Hey guys, what's going on? Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the motor and probably the chassis today. Just woke up, extremely long night. Lots of some research. Anyways, so my bearings came in. I don't have them on me, but I got new ones. These are the old ones that I'm pulling up. These are the mains. All right. So I guess the easiest way to explain the differences in like main bearings and rod bearings, your main bearings go here, they go right up in this area right here. Boom, easy day. There's 5 of them: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if there's a specific order, so definitely try not to mix them up. I kept mine in order like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whichever way. I'll know immediately because I haven't moved this out of its spot. Anyways, so as you can see, I already got this one out. I guess the easiest way to explain this is there's this little notch right there. Well, there's a notch on the bearing as well. So I'm gonna show you guys that little notch right there that the camera focuses. Alright, so all you do is you line these 2 notches up, right, as so, and without damaging, let me see if I can just stand my phone up real quick. Alright, so you have your notches, right, notch, notch, put them together, they just snap right in. You want to make sure both ends are flat and even. That's it. Lined up. To get these out, I just push my thumb on the side and they slide right out. Alright, when you do take them off, always check in here for any scratches, nicks, anything. You want this to be as smooth as possible. You don't want them to come out and then looking bad. This is actually a perfect example because this bearing was actually demolished. I pulled this out looking like this. The only thing that was left was a little notch from the bearing that went in there. It's already scratched up. You can even hear it. So I gotta get some grit, sandpaper, high grit, like 2000 grit. Make my way to it to polish it. All there is to it. As obviously you can see how bad the damage was from the all that metal going around in there. These were going out too. I guess the biggest thing to say is always change your oil out after every race event. Any time you go any racing or drifting or anything, always change out the oil. I didn't do that 2 times and now I'm repaying the price for it. So lesson learned. Other than that, sorry, I'm trying to clean off my hands. Other than that, there's a big plan today. I'm gonna work on trying to mount this up because there was no mount for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I wanted to cut the tubs out, but I'm thinking I'm gonna keep those. I am going to clean up the wires. I'm going to get some Power K or Purple K and spray down everything. Take the steering rack out, rack and pinion out, because rack and pinion, like I said, doesn't work. I'm gonna redo all my line work, like this ghetto fab shit. This goes to the heater. Well, this goes to the heater that's inside the tunnel, or mounted to the tunnel inside the frame. I don't like it. That was done before me and I just never bothered fixing it. I'm going to try to where is it? Right here. I want to clean this up because this was like a ghetto rig. It worked. That was about the whole point that I wanted. And then I'm going to use a license plate to make my little shield, and then I'm going to paint it black. Other than that, I'm just going to clean up the whole engine bay, sand it down most likely, maybe, and repaint it the same color because I actually like this color. The outside is just going to get like a wrap or something, and then go from there. Taking the windows out because I got some cracks that are going to keep me from competing this year or in the upcoming season. And then I don't know, I got some big plans. I don't know, as far as like the body structure, since I have so much, I got new wheels. I was like just testing out the angle, but they have so much poke. Like that's the poke right there. It's enormous. So I'm going to, I already looked up, I'm going to grab some Origin fenders. 55 mils for the front. I'm going to grab spacer because I'm going to go 17 by 10s in the rear as well. And I'm going to do 55 in the rear. What else was I going to do? That's about it. Once those fenders come in, I'm going to go ahead and slap them on. Then I'm going to get the whole car wrapped. And go from there. And me and my buddy were trying to do the, you know, the securities, I guess you say, but he's got his little police car that he slides around. It's he's got a coupe, right-hand drive, coupe, police car theme. This one was supposed to be the ambulance theme, so we're getting designs going for it and everything like that. And then I'm gonna go from there. At that point, though, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the car registered or not, but we'll see. Because I wanted to get a new clutch first and put the mileage on it before I decide to actually do anything. Because I can still register as street legal, but I gotta do some stuff. Like as far as the motor, it's got the turbo downpipe has a J tube coming up to the hood. I think I'm gonna trim that up to match with the hood. Put a little hood risers on there to lift it up and give it some more. And then I got a vent. I'm gonna get a new hood, cut out for a vent, put that there so at least I can drive without worry of getting pulled over or getting towed because, or not towed but impounded, because the car is a Washington plate car. New front bumper for sure, possibly, or I just might rock a bumperless. As long as I have my front support, it's legal according to the books at least. Yeah, that's all I gotta worry about. Tires, you know, my girlfriend's been telling me she's gonna buy me some Nittos. I'm trying to convince her I just need something that grips in the front, so probably some Federal RSRs. And then I gotta buy tires for the rear. I got this event in September that I'm trying to get to. I'm about to take out the crank today, finally. Send that into the shop in a couple weeks. Have that turned. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean out the block and the head myself. It's actually pretty simple. All I need is like a plastic tip with the air nozzle. Put the air nozzle through, just force everything out. You know, obviously wash it first and force all the water out, but I'm gonna pressure wash everything and clean everything up and re-lube every little bit in piece. It's gonna be fun. Honestly, I'm gonna take it to a shop for the motor assembly, just because I don't want to mess anything up, and knowing my luck, I will. Even if I follow everything by the book, somehow along the line something will get messed up. So I'm gonna take it to the shop, but I'm gonna be there with the mechanic the whole time, putting everything together, because this is only my third time reassembling a motor, but it's not. The other two times was an RB and the 2JZ motor. So SRs are, as we all know, are kind of finicky sometimes here and there. But yeah, so that's the progress. I think today I'm gonna do that. I won't be able to really record too much. I'll record steps here and there that are vital, and that's about it. Other than that, just remember when you pull out your pistons, try to pull them out as good as possible, because you got your oil rings here, and you don't want those to move on you. Mine didn't move on me, but I'm gonna double check anyways and go from there. So I hope this was a little helpful on something at least. You know, to tell the difference real quick, what I was gonna explain, the difference between your main bearing and, let's say, your rod bearing, such as, is you have this little hole right here. This little hole is going to match up with the hole on the rod bearing, and you'll know because the bearing is going to have a hole in it. Then there's these thrust washers that you want to replace, and they simply are demolished on my side. Actually, I can show you exactly where they go. If I can find out, yeah. So mine are demolished. I'm gonna have to get those out with the crankshaft, but they go right here. One goes here, one goes here. The thrust washers are like moon-shaped washers, and they got two slots on them on one side. They're flat on the other side. The slots are for the oil passages. There's a certain way you got to put them in as well, and all it does really, it just goes, the oil passages go like right up in here. This is just to make sure this stays lubricated the whole time. You know, so I think I got very lucky that the crankshaft didn't see. It does not show any. Oh, yeah, it's not showing any signs of scratches, any sign of damage at all. You can see in there. Hopefully, you can see in there. It's all nice and smooth on that side and on this side. So yeah, I got very, what seems to be very lucky. I do gotta take the flywheel off, and I gotta go get the drill bit attachment for that so I can use the impact to get it off, because I'm just gonna keep turning. It's gonna turn on me unless I find a different way to keep it from turning. Other than that, actually I got an idea how to make the flywheel up. So if you get to this part and you're an idiot like me, just grab your crank pulley, bolt, or nut, bolt, yeah. Have someone put a breaker bar there. Get your wrench for here. On all this side, right here. And breaker bar, and then boom. Because we want to go, you're going to turn it. If I was going to turn, you can, you know the deal. Yeah. And then you go from there. Eventually the motor will get some fancy duty upgrades, but for now, I just need to get it running, and I need to get back on tracks. Back on the track, get caught back up, get all my muscle memory back in, so I can go ahead and compete, and then we'll go from there. I don't really plan on too much because next year I may or may not be moving, so I don't want to get balls deep into this project and then I have to put everything to a huge halt because of the fact that I gotta move and then I'm gonna forget where I'm at. But I will say this has been a life lesson. It's been a great experience. It's been kind of depressing, to be honest with you. But this is fun. It's fun. It's a lot of knowledge. I'm learning a lot. So I'm learning a lot more than I thought I'd ever learn. So hopefully I will be able to pass on this knowledge to you guys, and I hope that no information has been misled. Like I said, just keep on reading the forums. And we'll go from there. I'll be able to teach out some interesting facts as well. As far as it goes, like, I don't know if anybody knows, but the links on the timing chain, like this gold one, I already have it lined up with this notch. So the best way to go about it is you put piston 1 and 4 at TDC, top dead center. There's so many cranks you're gonna do when your cam gears. It's like up to 20 cranks or full turn, 20 full turns before everything lines up correctly. So this line, if you guys can see it, it's gonna line up right this line, not this, but this line. That's at 0, and from there you can go ahead and mess with your timing. Obviously you use your crank angle sensor to mess with timing and a light gun. I always put mine at 5, -5, +5, +5. One of the two, I forget. Anyways, yeah. One of the issues I had was I had lift tick, which means you gotta take your hydraulic lifters and you gotta pull them out, such as this little hole right here is where the oil goes in and out, or it goes out, comes in. One of the two. It's an oil passage, and you're simply just gonna go and get a Allen wrench that fits in here. You're gonna push down on it because it's like, how do I say? I guess it's like a pressure. Okay, we're kind of like a blow off where the pressure opens and closes. So it doesn't exactly work like that, but it's the ideal picture. So you can put it in clean oil. You're just gonna keep on doing that. It's the way to service it, I guess you could say. You keep on doing that until all the air bubbles come out, everything dirty comes out, and you have nothing but clean oil come out. You're gonna know, you'll know. You get like 5 cups, and just like keep doing it until the last cup is like clean, still clean oil, and that's how you have it serviced. Lift tick, you'll hear it. You'll hear a small little tick, and it gets louder, noticeable at certain RPMs. Very bad for the motor. I had that going on the day that the motor did that shit. What else happened? Yeah. That was a contributing factor for sure. I got lucky, my valves and my pistons didn't really mate. And all my valves look clean, all good. I am gonna go ahead and take all the valves and the pistons and have the tops cleaned off. You just use like a bristle brush for that, or a bristle pad like a Scotch-Brite. Keeps it nice and clean, shiny, doesn't scratch it up, all that good stuff. What else? That's about it. I think I'm gonna get a new turbo too, because mine's all rusted out. And this pipe coming from the turbo, this is the one I was talking about. This had rain going in it so much, and even if I had covered it up. That's about it. So this video is probably boring, a little bit of knowledge, but just keeping you guys updated with what's going on. And, you know, one day I'll be on the track just recording the scene out there. Like I said, September probably be the first time I actually go out in about almost a year. And then I'll be able to send out some footage to you guys if I start posting up. Other than that, I'll catch you guys around.